But welcome everybody. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button.
I remember in middle school when you felt self-conscious if you were the last one to go through puberty. That really went topsy-turvy, didn't it?
Sometimes the house barrage, it's too much explaining yourself and it's too apologetic.
Be sure to hit the notifications bell.
I actually do believe Israel won't just bomb countless civilians.
Be sure to tweet this out. Be sure to put this up on your Facebook.
Too much explaining yourself and it's too apologetic.
Be sure to hit the
I actually won't bomb
this out on your Reddit.
Chile is a country.
Be sure to cut and paste, a link to this to go into your favorite Facebook chat group.
It's good to see so many normal people in here.
Now, spanking isn't just my deep, dark personal secret. It's America's deep, dark secret.
I've never seen it explained so simply anywhere.
Put this on WhatsApp. Put this on Telegram. Put this on your favorite messenger app.
Hello, and welcome to the Untitled Anarchist Seagull channel. I'm your host, an Untitled Anarchist Seagull called Elise. And I've got a number of interesting bits of bullshit to look at as we close out yet another fucking week of just absolute horror coming out of Gaza and all sorts of deeply fucked up shit coming out of the US and Britain. And in that context, into that miasma walks Westside Tyler, who I think we're going to start out with. He has decided to weigh in on the whole ContraPoints horrible shitty take, so bad that Steve the Sex Bastini called it reasonable. And he has titled his little entry into this: Hassan Orbiter's bravely castigate uppity trans woman, all one word. Will she learn her place? Because, yeah, I mean, obviously that is what it's about. Like, I don't even know what to do with that title. Okay, this is 8 days ago. Well, now, let's just remember, let's just start out with a little bit of context. Hey, River Rune. I mean, okay. So, this week has been when Gaza has gone from small children occasionally dying of starvation to adults in the prime of life fairly regularly dying of starvation. And it's important to remember, this is, this is not in itself a new development. It is a progression on a long, horrible trajectory. Somebody had pointed to a tweet from Rifat al-Arir, who was murdered by Israel in, I think, November 2023 at the urging of Barry Weiss, it seems. And he was already talking about how he was having to tell his kids to eat less because they were already short on food because Israel had already cut them off then. I say this because there will be some people, I don't think probably in chat, but there are people who are like, oh, well, that's what you get. That's why Trump shouldn't have been in charge of this genocide. That's why you gotta go with Democrats for they do genocide better. And the reality is that already in 2024, Palestinians in Gaza were made up the overwhelming majority, 80% of the small number of people worldwide experiencing what's defined as catastrophic hunger. The UN, who are notoriously conservative on this, very hesitant to declare anyone ever in stage 5 of famine. They have actually said they're in stage 5 now. And the World Food Program has confirmed that there is food. Just there is enough to feed every single person alive in Gaza for several days, waiting outside Rafah crossing if the U.S. and Israel ever allow it in. Like, literally, this is not a matter of there isn't food. The food is right there. It's just that if people who are trying to get the food to the people who need the food were to actually try to do that, they would get shot. That is literally what's fucking going on here. And I put this, so that is the context in which Westside Tyler has decided to make this somehow about castigating an uppity trans woman, all one word. Which is always very special when people do that, because, you know, like it's another species.
All this stuff. It's because people are paying to see those stories. By people, I mean actually probably literally Brianna Wu. It all comes from the Groomer Defense League. A bunch of fucking right-wing pedophiles that hate trans people are seeding these stories. There's direct connections to the entire. You can literally follow.
Okay. I mean, is this about something completely different now?
Went through Reddit comments, how it gets spread. And none of these people have any fucking critical thinking skills. I mean, Cavernacle might be one of the dumbest slot brain.
Oh no, he's slagging off Cavernacle. I know Cavernacle, and Cavernacle did a actually very good piece on how fucked up. I mean, I think we watched some of it, certainly on just how fucked up that take was, and the issue of the responsibility of people who are, you know, putting themselves out there as political creators. Yeah, I mean, it is easily, as somebody who has spent my life, like, studying some of the worst shit that people in modern history have ever done to large numbers of people, it's the worst shit I've ever seen. And so, of course, Westside Tyler decides that this is how he's going to go about it. It's like, there's so much shit you could talk about in terms of, if you want to do this about, like, transphobia, it's like, there's no shortage of horrible, terrifying fucking shit being done, particularly in the US and Britain, to just make the lives of trans people impossible. If you wanted to do that, you could fucking do that. This is not it.
Points is a gal on the internet. I just gotta hop into this one. ContraPoints is a gal on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, if the point is that we shouldn't give a fuck what she thinks, I tend to agree. She's a liberal who has occasionally made a somewhat good video. I never really followed her. I never really watched much of her stuff. But, like, literally, if she had said nothing at this point, that would have been kind of okay, because what she said is worse than saying nothing. But if he's trying to say that she's like some sort of ooh small bean,
obviously anybody that's remotely into or in the vicinity of, I gotta turn that down just slightly. Anybody that's remotely in the vicinity of or tuned into lefty shit knows about ContraPoints. ContraPoints is a person who occasionally makes videos.
Like, I mean, I think ContraPoints, I'm fairly certain ContraPoints actually has way more subs. Oh, yes. ContraPoints has, like I think, let me see, how many subs? He's talking about ContraPoints like she's some sort of small creator here. Let me just see. ContraPoints. I want to see how many subs she has. It'll probably have gone down recently, but 1.91 million subscribers, and he's talking about her like, oh, well, maybe you've heard of this small creator. Like, already, dude, like, he has way more subscribers than me. He has 18.6. But she has 1.9 fucking million. Like, this is not a bunch of people ganging up on a small creator.
And always manages to have said something nowhere I give a fuck about what she's saying or someplace. ContraPoints is the value of their message and their movement. This is the thing I've been saying about the pro-Palestine movement.
Oh, that's right. I mean, he's also the one who said something like called a opponents of the genocide a cancer, which is just, I mean, that's Nazi shit. Hey, Phoenix Rod. Yeah, good to see you, first of all. And yeah, I mean, like, the only thing that makes it possible to continue small-scale groups that have done some really good stuff, and it would be great if they caught on. Like, I mean, what Palestine Youth Movement has done with Unmasked Mursk. You got these dock workers in Europe who are refusing to offload or onload cargo bound for the entity. I mean, if the fucking ILWU out west, I mean, I guess they aren't really... I don't know if any of the cargo actually goes that way. I mean, it may stop there, but, like, God, if some of the dockies out here in the U.S. would actually do something about that, or in Canada or other, you know, the entire hemisphere, they must sometimes stop. We're starting to get in on that. That would actually really be a good thing. I mean, the supply chain runs right through here. Like, I have to keep pointing that out.
Line. There's people who are pro-Palestine, and they are fucking about it. They do all kinds of good shit for those individuals.
Again, this is a guy who says that people who support Palestinian rights are a cancer.
They do work. They fucking go
like,
out of their way.
What the fuck would you know? Like, what the fuck do you know about work?
Make sure the stories are told. Some of them volunteer. They go overseas and get shot. Whatever the fuck. They do stuff, okay? The largest of Reddit-based pro-Palestine, I don't know, internet fuckos are just people that want to do right-wing shit and...
It's interesting. He's so telling on himself because he's, like, describing what I've seen of him.
Then justify being psychos by saying, I'm doing it for the dead Palestinian children.
Like, okay, for example...
And so,
I mean, and that's just, let me just say, I mean, there is a real thing where the far right fucking tries to weasel their way in to Palestinian solidarity spaces and hijack the movement. There is that. There, you know, and you'll certainly find them on the internet. Some of them are doing numbers on fucking Twitter.
It always is just like, so what did you do this weekend? I bullied...
Yeah, I mean, of course, the thing is, he is the fucking mini-me of Washington. Like, literally nothing he does is done without the approval of whoever's in the White House. He is tiny compared to the monsters who empower him. Like, I mean, Israeli politicians, this is actually documented. They will ask the U.S. Embassy for permission before they insult politicians in the U.S.
This trans cunt to the point of fucking near suicide for Palestine.
First of all, is that true? I have not heard anything of that sort. And like, why is he grinning like this? Why is he looking so delighted? Wow, I mean, like, if what he was saying is true, like, why is that funny?
And that's all it looks like to I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
That's the first true thing he said.
Your fucking editorial. Fuck your fucking soft voice, ukulele playing ass bitches. I don't give a fuck. All it looks like from the outside is we are gonna bully this uppity trans cunt until she fucking kills herself.
Wow, then maybe you need to look a little bit closer. I mean, what do you mean from the outside? You can actually kind of look at what she said, and maybe actually look at what people's critiques are, and maybe look at the situation that we're all talking about, and why it's actually kind of fucked up for somebody with that big a platform to be just kind of furnishing excuses, making excuses for the Zionist movement, and giving people excuses for just ignoring the situation.
Or God help me, I don't know what we'll do to save these dead children. That's...
Nobody's trying to save the dead children, though. I think maybe it's the living ones that they're worried about. Yeah, I mean, I think that's usually how it's working. And people...
That's all it looks like. I want that
It's
out
so
there.
funny. Look at it. Look at how much fun he's having right now talking about this. He totally is beating the initial impression I got when I saw him laughing about committing atrocities when he was in the army. Like, I think what ContraPoints did was that she was sort of in on the sort of left-leaning YouTube creator space early on and had good production values. And she was like the only trans woman really in the space who was at all prominent at the time. I think that's basically it. And, I mean, liberals like her because she does lib shit.
On my side, okay? I go, whoever Turb is, I see Turb. Have you seen the Turb video? It's great. He called her cracker points. Like, I know.
Yeah, because what she said is some of the whitest shit ever. That's some saltine shit. That is...
She's really used to having her name be a slur and then points. Good on you for picking a different one than the normal one. It's like...
Oh, God, he's doing a reverse racism, too.
I didn't hear from this bitch for a year.
Yeah, I know. See, this is the other reason people are kind of annoyed, actually. Because she hadn't really said shit about this. You know, it's been going on for nearly 2 years. She has a huge platform. Like, 1.9 million people apparently care enough what she has to say about things to subscribe to her channel. And, like, a lot of people have been trying to use their platform to support, to keep people informed and, like, support people in opposing this in whatever way seems, like, promising. And she didn't do shit.
I think the last time I heard of a fucking ContraPoints video, I was playing it was some stupid shit about Twilight. I can't remember. She is so unimportant to my daily diet. And it's not because she's bad or I...
Well, I don't know. What she said was kind of bad. Yeah, exactly.
Hate her.
Yeah, I mean, she was... Like, never... I mean, that is part of it. I mean, and I think that was part of the point Cavernacle was making as well. That, like, if, we're supposed to, if we're trying to use this platform to do, like, explicitly political leftist shit from whatever sort of angle we come at it from, whatever stripe we are, then it ought to be, in some way connecting up with movements and actually trying to encourage them and support them. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about her, but he's sure that that the people who are, like, criticizing her couldn't possibly have a point.
She's just some fucking chick on the internet. She's just a lady. She is just a lady on the internet, okay?
I mean, with 1.9 million subscribers, and considering it took me 3 years to get 400 subscribers on here, I dinged 400, like, I think 2 weeks ago now. Thank you to everyone who did that, and thank you to whoever number 400 was. I don't know who it was. But, yeah, that's a lot of people, actually. Especially for somebody who is supposedly, like, a progressive or, left-leaning whatever fucking content creator on that space. Like...
Who does campy political coverage, and you fucking people
and hangs out with fucking war criminals like Hillary Clinton.
Like, you are fixing the world by getting her to fucking borderline neck.
What the hell is he talking about? Like, I have literally not heard anything to suggest that that is the case. Like, chat, I mean, am I missing something? Is there any reason to believe that that is actually what's going on? Or is he just making that shit up? Which is actually kind of fucked up.
Are awesome. I loved you when you fucking drove away Lindsay Ellis. over a fucking kids cartoon or whatever stupid shit it is you fucking people get excited about. And now it's ContraPoints. You're gonna try to get ContraPoints to fucking neck it out. So,
like, maybe, like, are you gonna talk about what this is about? I'm gonna skip ahead because this is like, maybe I'm like 4 minutes into a 1 hour thing. I don't want to do an evil Dia and spend the entire time talking about the first 2 minutes of the thing and not see, like, if he, like, actually decides to wade into the substance. I do not have high hopes, I should say. But, you know.
set your watch to just once a fucking year. Just, fucking visible trans bit. Fuck.
Like, okay. I mean, this is as wild as when, like, pro-Israel groups will accuse... What was the... Okay, I don't even really remember the Lindsay Ellis thing. What was the deal there? Bonsoir, Adrien. Like... I mean, this is, like, there's so much actual fucking transphobic shit going on. To weaponize it like this here...
Losing your fun. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this statement. I swear to God.
Okay, he's gonna read the statement.
I swear to God.
Okay, here we go. Well, like, what was her deal? I remember the name, but I really do not remember anything else about what happened.
To be beside, if she doesn't spend the entire thing saying, I want to fucking skin and wear fucking Palestinian children.
That actually, let me say, that would have been better than what she did say. It would have done less damage. Because then people could have written it off and said, oh yeah, that's just horrible. She obviously is not somebody that any decent person should listen to. If she had done that, that would actually have been less harmful. It would have been more fucked up. But actually, paradoxically, because it was more fucked up, it would have been less harmful.
Entire time. Y'all fucking clowns can eat a dick. The stupidest shit to get noticed for. The entire
that's what it's about, getting noticed. Okay.
One trans girl stepped out of line, they're telling her to fucking blow her brains out. All the creators.
And is somebody saying that?
I never said that. The entirety of my community, all these fucking accounts that you can trace back to super chats, they fucking told this bitch to deck.
Really? I mean, like, seriously. I can actually... okay, now let's just assume... First of all, let's just get this out there. Like, telling trans people to do that is something that Nazis on the internet feel very comfortable doing. So I don't rule out that somebody's doing that. But I find it interesting that he's immediately attributing it to this, and we're not seeing any examples of it. It's like, there are plausible elements of it, but I don't trust this motherfucker just without, like, giving me an example.
Check the fuck out, ContraPoints. It's time to go. Uppity, white, trans bitch, you fucking knew I couldn't trust you. You're every egg in the basket. I fucking hate you people, I swear to God. Stupid Mike for PA. I think, what is it, Empanada's like, ContraPoints is a Nazi, whatever the fuck. I mean, Voshite talking point from fucking Bad Empanada.
I don't even think Bad Empanada likes Vosh. Yeah. Yeah, that does sound like bullshit. Like, okay, so he's gonna read the statement. I'm very curious.
Hassan's doing the, like, oh God, I'm so disappointed. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
It's what, maybe there's a genocide going on, and it's a genocide that on a certain level we're all kind of complicit in because it depends on our governability to be possible at all. I wonder if that's why people are so pissed off about this.
Fucking Chapo Trap House restarted, right? Wasn't that over? Wasn't Chapo Trap House over? I got Chapo fucking Trap House showing up. It's all guys. I haven't seen a single fucking woman's opinion offered to me about fucking ContraPoints is no good. It's all dudes just being fucking trans bitch. She doesn't know how good she fucking has it. I don't fucking give a fuck. The most embarrassing fucking series of people. So stop. You're jerking off. Oh, they're fuck.
Jesus. Okay, we're skipping ahead because if he's gonna read the fucking statement, then we're going to get into... Okay, we've established, like, just how seriously he's treating any of this. God, like... It just makes me want to smack a motherfucker.
I've been fucking waiting for it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just absolute dog shit all around. What could have been done better? Nothing. Nothing would have happened differently. I could have told you this was gonna happen a couple weeks ago if I had cared enough to tell you and cared enough to know what the fuck was going on. No one should give a fuck what ContraPoints has to say about Israel Palestine. Why did you think it was gonna be an informed take? She could have.
Well, I mean, maybe maybe that's the issue. Maybe people felt that if somebody has a platform and is going to go to the trouble of giving a statement on the subject, they should inform themselves on it. Wait, I mean, what's he saying here?
Have at least just repeated what Hassan had written for her. Like, that's a weird thing to say, too.
No, I don't think anyone actually said that, though. Oh, yeah, he's one of these people in this sort of weird-ass orbit of sort of leftist, liberalist content creation who is, like, well, he's a lib, he's ex-military, and unlike, there are some ex-military people on, like, sort of leftist YouTube who actually are ex-military because they realized what they were doing sucked, and they clearly do not like what they did, and they're trying to make sure more people do not do it. And he, on the other hand, brags about atrocities he committed, and he thinks that they're hilarious.
She talks about, like...
I had never heard of this jabroni either until, I think, it might have been even River Rune, who has been the source of many of the assholes that we have looked at around here. Might have suggested it was in the suggestions channel.
Fuck it. Did you realize, like, I don't know, shit's a little gayer than you ever imagined, right? What if the world's not the way you thought it was, and also I'm wearing a hat and I've got 3 different colored lights on me? you motherfuckers like, why aren't you Noam Chomsky?
Well, like, maybe I just can't help but remember that, like, Noah Samson, by his own admission, didn't know anything about this stuff. I will say, as somebody who actually has spent a long time of my life trying to understand this stuff and being part of different campaigns in support of Palestinian rights and stuff, like the BDS campaign practically since it started. I was initially somewhat skeptical of it, but, I was also in it because I wanted to make it, because I wanted it to work, and so, like, I did not listen to him and think that this is somebody who was only just, getting up to speed on this stuff. He was hitting all the right points, because it turns out when there's something important like this going on and you have a platform and you're going to express a view on the subject that is literally a matter of life and death for 2.5 million people, minus the several 100,000 the US and Israel have already fucking murdered, that maybe you could do some elementary due diligence and make sure what you're saying isn't just a complete fucking piece of shit.
This isn't Salman Rushdie's The Satanic Verses.
Like, he does not know who Salman Rushdie is. Like, he knows he wrote the Satanic Verses. He apparently does not seem to realize where he stands politically.
What the fuck? ContraPoints, your Reddit, longer turned Reddit post. You should kill yourself over it is fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. Every fucking creator that fucking JabroniCon.
And everybody should, of course, feel terribly embarrassed if this guy who looks like the picture that Elon Musk picked out in the plastic surgery catalog and then did not get. He literally looks like fucking Elon Musk. Says that you're embarrassed. He clearly does not give a fuck about any of this.
Points is a clown show of a fucking individual right now. It's still shut the fuck up. The response was, I don't care. I started feeling like, oh man, ContraPoints give a bad take on Israel Palestine. I'm not surprised it's ContraPoints. She would have watched his favorite video essay. She probably has a bunch of stupid shit to say. I don't fucking care. Trans women have it hard enough. I don't think I need to beat the fuck out of ContraPoints for being wrong, okay? Brianna Wu is right there. If you're really gonna take the fuck out of the trans chick, go after Brianna Wu.
I think you will find a lot of the people who are criticizing ContraPoints for saying some shit that supports a white supremacist genocidal ideology and gives people just a ready-made excuse to not give a shit about the genocide. I think that you'll find that most of them probably don't have much nice to say about Brianna fucking Wu.
Because you're already a fucking nut, alright? Now, of course, there's some other stuff that I wanted to get into with that. I think I'm going to save it. I might make a whole video if I have the steam. But all of these fucking talking points, you're like, why are people talking about ContraPoints?
I wonder, like, maybe something important is going on that she weighed in on and it actually has stakes. He said he was going to read the statement, though.
The record-setting race riots destroying North Ireland, and you have one of those goofy fucking Hogwarts accents?
Destroy North Ireland? North Ireland? Like, God, can he, like... I can see why he gets annoyed at the idea that that people think ContraPoints should have made sure that what she said wasn't a hunk of bullshit, because this motherfucker clearly does not bother to look into anything either. He doesn't even know, like, it's, first of all, yes, the British occupation calls it Northern Ireland. Like, nobody seriously calls it that. It is the 6 counties. It is just occupied Ireland. And it's actually the British state running those pogroms.
I was talking about, you are part of the problem. Stop talking about Americans. You have your own country that is on fire and way more fucking racist.
Shut the fuck up. Like, wait, he's saying that Irish people should not talk about the U.S. Yeah, because obviously, like, the U.S. has absolutely nothing to do with Ireland. The U.S. has absolutely... Like, let's just leave aside the fact that the U.S. has been funding this settler violence in the 6 counties.
How, then mine to focus on, okay? It's no more racist in America.
That's not what Irish people sound like. That's fucking English.
You say that, ask anyone that's lighter than you in color, okay? You fucking wingbats. I cannot fucking take it. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Oh my fucking God.
I mean, he's accidentally right in the sense that the people doing these pogroms in the 6 counties are settlers. They're British settlers. They are the settler community. They also do pogroms against fucking Irish people. They do pogroms against everyone. It's like the main thing that they do. It's their fucking hobby. That and sniffing glue.
Oh.
And like, not knowing how to make an IED, so they blow their own hands off.
I'm not aligning with ContraPoints. I don't give a fuck. It's not like ContraPoint's statement was good. I don't give a...
Wait, he admits that the statement sucked?
Fuck what if ContraPoint's statement was great, I wouldn't fucking care. If ContraPoints came out and said something that was stunningly brave and accurate, and
then that would have done a lot less harm than what she did do.
100% in alignment with what I thought, I still wouldn't fucking care, because it's fucking ContraPoints. Why you're hyper watching this?
Because it fucking matters. Because it fucking matters. Like, this is why people care what Miss Rachel had to say. And what she has said, she has thrown down so much more since her original statement. Recently, she put out a statement saying she won't collab with anybody who hasn't spoken out against the genocide. And it's like, she's not a political content creator. She does stuff for little kids, apparently very good stuff. It's certainly very popular. She did this out of a sense of fucking duty because she works with kids, she loves kids, she has this huge platform, and how is she not going to? She feels a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility because to use her platform in this situation. Like, which is actually a reasonable thing, and I think to be encouraged. The fact that a fucking yeah, of course he's missing the point. I mean, this motherfucker misses the point like an Imperial Stormtrooper in the original Star Wars movies. This motherfucker misses the point like he's an IDF scout trying to spot an ambush.
Fucking ladies Reddit. Who gives a fuck? Why the fuck are you hyper fixated? And the thing is if you're not asking yourself that question, you're like, Tyler.
Oh yeah, well, maybe some of us asked that question and the answer is obvious.
Coming off it, usually like you're breaking with the group. Trust me, I know. You're being played. That's the answer. Why are you focused is the real question. It's because you're being played. You're being fucking played. That's fucking lady that wears hats. That's
like,
and you guys lost it. You're so fucking up in your righteous anger that everyone that's around you that is
like, I mean, again, Miss Rachel is the fucking, she just does like content for little kids, and she had a better statement than this. She used her platform more responsibly than this. ContraPoints is a political creator who like claims to be some sort of left progressive-ish thing. You know, she claims that that's where she is, that's like the side that she throws down on, and her statement sucked shit and did harm.
Opposed to what you fucking believe in, knows that they can use your righteous anger to fucking Tai Chi judo flip your shit and have you eat yourself instead of focusing on the myriad of other shit that needs to get focused on. You should be ashamed of yourself if you got swept up in this very hyper anti-fem fucking content cycle.
Anti-fem? Yeah, exactly. It's like, if she had said nothing, like literally one thing I think everybody I've seen who has written or, you know, voiced a critique about what she said has said, and I agree with it, if she had said nothing, nobody would have missed her voice. In fact, I mean, like, at a certain point, if you were a political content creator and you've just kind of ignored this while it's gotten just progressively more horrifying, then, like, who gives a fuck, really? But if you do open your mouth on the subject with your 1.9 million subscribers and whoever knows how many fucking followers elsewhere, and you say something that is actually potentially harmful, that's worse.
You should be ashamed of yourself. There's so much more shit to be focused on. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's only 2.5. Well, I mean, actually, it's interesting. We don't have an actual official estimate of how many survivors there are left there. But the numbers of 1.5 to 1.8 million out of 2.5 million get bandied about a whole hell of a lot, which does suggest that like 700,000 rather people have been murdered so far, and now they're on stage 5 fucking starvation, and like the entire population could fucking drop. That's where we are. So, and the US is directly responsible for that. So maybe that's why that matters. That's why we focus on that. Maybe the reason we focus on that is first of all because we're responsible for it, and second of all because actually if they get away with this, if the US and Israel and Britain and the fucking EU get away with genociding this 2 million people in front of everybody on stream, fucking in 4K, you can watch it happening. Everybody knows it's happening, and they get away with it, and nobody actually seriously challenges them other than Yemen and the Palestinian resistance. This shit's going in the toolbox. It will be trotted out again sometime for some other inconvenient population, because it's been established that they can fucking get away with it. So, like, there are a million reasons that, yeah, actually, this is the thing you gotta focus on.
But people are stoked about it. I heard like Mike from PA's like, I fucking got her to do it. What?
Yeah, it's like some people care about other people. I don't think, like, this is the thing, this is what gets me about, like, I mean, I've said that this is what freaks me out about Destiny. That he clearly is just not emotionally involved in any of it. He does not care about what he's talking about, even when he's talking about, like, the, 2 million lives being at risk of being just slaughtered, that he does not, and this guy also just does not seem to give a fuck. He really just does not seem to give a fuck. And that is frightening that somebody can talk about this stuff and just clearly show absolutely no sign that it affects him at all.
Shit, fucking Tabernacle's platforming fucking Brooks. That's President Sunday's fucking pay pig. He's unironically I got the direct connection right there. Tabernacle's running out somebody from the fucking Groomer Defense League. I already know that Bad Empanada's audience is permeated, literally permeated with at least 2, I think it is, we've confirmed, President Sunday alts that just post anti-me and pro-President Sunday videos.
Like, okay, so now we've moved over to, what he seems to be saying is that anyone who criticizes... See, we just got done explaining why you shouldn't give a fuck about, like, the genocide that the U.S. is committing. And now we've pivoted into, if you don't like fucking Westside Tyler, then you're a groomer? Like, what the fuck is this?
All of which are anti-trans in Bad Empanada's community. It's fucking surface level shit, and you clowns think you're so fucking above it. You're so morally fucking perfect that you're not getting played and showed up in HuffPo or something like that, which isn't like the best, but I mean, fucking, God damn it. Fucking embarrassing, man.
I'm skipping ahead because I'm wondering, does he ever... He said he was going to read the statement. Is he going to do that?
Shit. Ineffective shit. Fucking... That is just what the fucking... These like online lefties scream to be. It is just... You want the moral... you want moral supremacy. Moral monopoly. While... And
this does not take fucking moral supremacy. This is like this is easily the easiest fucking moral issue that we got going here. This is the fucking like first gen recaptcha of moral issues. Okay, like this is when all you had to do was identify a slightly off-center capital A to prove that you are a human and not a fucking automaton.
While just surrendering the true monopoly of violence around you, right? Like, you don't want to do anything that does shit. You want to be like, you want to moralize. And I know that's like an ancient...
Well, okay, so, of course, Tyler wants to do things that do shit, then. Right?
Critique. But understand, we gotta be fucking meaner to people that do that and just cut it out. Does it matter? How much of this fucking news cycle are we gonna suck up talking about ContraPoints this time? How much are we...
Well, maybe it isn't that we're talking about ContraPoints. Fundamentally, we're talking about the genocide that's going on. Like, you want to make it about ContraPoints. It sounds like. Like, everyone else just wants to talk about the fucking genocide and why, and what our responsibilities are as, like, content creators who have any kind of fucking... Yeah, the Gaza debate or the trans debate as well. You hear that. Like, there's absolutely no discussion to be had with somebody who's talking like that. I mean, either you very quickly ascertain that they somehow completely slept on this and they know nothing about it and they've woken up under a fucking apple tree and holy shit, people are talking there about there being a trans debate and this is the first they've heard of it. And those people you can talk to. But the other people who want to make it a debate, whether like trans people are allowed to exist or whether people in Gaza are allowed to exist, those people are just fucking Nazis.
Gonna say, is it gonna be 3 days, 4 days? How long of a video did you make on ContraPoint?
Yeah, you made a one. I mean, I'm looking here, and Tyler here made a 1 hour, 21 minute, and 11 second video on ContraPoints.
You just want to fucking get noticed at this point. It's fucking pathetic, and it's so fucking transparent. You're pathetic. There's so much other shit you could be doing. Tyler, tell me one fucking thing. Dude, if you're not fucking brainstorming them, the creators you're fucking paying attention to are fucking you.
Like, you're the one who keeps on saying focus on something. You're the one who keeps on saying that there's something more important than the genocide we are committing in Gaza. Like, you're the one who keeps saying that. if you can't think of some shit that's more important than that eclipses that in terms of like the importance in this very moment, where it is going on and where the risk for these roughly 2 million people could not possibly be greater, then maybe stop being so confident that there's something more important.
Cool fucking thing that your creators could have been talking about on this last 5 days on the internet, then they're fucking you.
He says this, and he's made a 1 hour and 21 minute video on this.
Fucking drip-fed trash. You're getting slop political content. You're being...
What do you call this? I don't even know if this counts as... This is just slop content.
Fucking agreed with. And that's all you want. You want to be fucking agreed with. I don't fucking like you people.
Oh God! I mean, this is the line that that like Fash will like churn out, the more sophisticated ones. When you say, "Oh, I don't want to talk to white supremacists," they'll be like, "Oh, you just want to be agreed with. You just want to be in your echo chamber." And it's like, no, you just have absolutely nothing worthwhile to say. You are not. You have already defined yourself through clever and accurate labeling as somebody who has nothing that anyone should give a fuck about to say.
Failed. Your fucking protests failed. Your actions failed. Your fucking talking points failed.
Yeah, I mean, and so this guy is not a conservative exactly. And so far, I mean, the wild thing here is doesn't seem to be denying the genocide. I haven't heard him deny it. He might, but instead, what he's trying to make this about, he's saying the people who are criticizing ContraPoints' horrible statement are doing it because she's an uppity trans woman, all one word. But I mean, we will see. Eventually, he says he's going to actually talk about the substance of this, although he doesn't seem to want to.
Why I'm here. I didn't respect you when I showed the fuck up. I don't respect your fucking audiences. I don't respect what success is a metric in these spaces, and no one else should either. It's the same thing you've been doing for years. It's Lindsay Ellis again.
Really? I mean, what? I don't think Lindsay Ellis would like this comparison. I mean, I don't even know who fucking Lindsay Ellis is, but...
And what did that give us? Nothing. Did it set us back? No.
Who's us? Like, who the fuck are you?
Grow the fuck up. Fight someone. Get out there and die then. Motherfuck, I fucking hate these communities, dude. You gotta get whipped into shape, alright? I'll fix you.
God, yeah, no. I do not want the mental image of this man fixing anyone.
Shit. Instead of watching me. Watching one of these other fuckos. People that don't even give you any fucking...
I mean, I will agree with him. There, to the extent that there is a category of fuckos, he is in it.
Information about how the goddamn world works. They just recite, say some stupid extraction, colonialism, blah 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 blah.
Wow, I mean, what do extractivism and colonialism have to do with how the world works? Like, I mean, are you gonna dispute that, my dog? Are you gonna excuse my dog? That's not how that works. I believe I meant to say my dude. Like, yes, extraction, like, you can't just, like, criticize people for talking about extractivism and colonialism unless you are actually going to dispute that is what is going on. Are you going to do that? Or do you just not like it when people talk about those things?
How many times are you gonna fucking recite that magic before you realize it doesn't fucking actually cast a spell?
I don't think people are looking for it to cast a spell, though. Maybe people are using it to actually analyze the situation. You ever think about that possibility?
Over and over and over again, yeah. You shouldn't be fucking paying attention to people on the internet. I should be a casual watch at best, and you should be.
I mean, at best. I mean, he isn't even. This is what's pathetic about this, though, because he isn't even making that argument. I gotta say this, I would almost have more respect for this guy if he actually tried to make that argument, which is a bullshit argument, and actually, like, deal with the substance of any of this. But it's like, instead, he's just angry at people who are not him, who are not talking about him at all. He has injected himself into this conversation merely in order to object to the fact that people are having this conversation.
You're watching that many of us. I watch like 10 or 15 people. I just stay online all day. I type on Reddit constantly. Hey, you're probably part of the fucking problem at this point. God damn it. There's other shit to do. Go the fuck outside. Go outside and do nothing. It's better than being inside and doing nothing. You'll get the sun on you for a bit. Start sweating and shit. You're like, I should probably move around. Go pick up fucking litter.
Like, I mean, a minute ago, he still hasn't read the statement. I've been skipping ahead because I was hoping he would actually at some point address the substance and give his actual argument for how this is just a bunch of people who have not previously shown an inclination towards, anti-trans hate content, just castigating an uppity trans woman, all one word.
Because a pro-Zion nationalist fucking Nazi killed herself. I'm supposed to feel bad. Of course I don't know when she killed themselves, but come the fuck on, how am I supposed to feel? You know? You just allay all of the evil that you do onto, we fucking kids died, so I can do whatever the fuck I...
Yeah, wait. Like, this motherfucker... yeah. Oh, that's cool. Phoenix. What he's saying isn't.
Fighting for me in comment sections to defend my, like, honor or some shit. I've seen people try to do it. You always...
God, I cannot think of a more pathetic stand to be. Because what the fuck is this guy even? He does not, like, he is, like, he's like the Keir Starmer of streamer. He's Keir's streamer.
Fuck it up anyway. I don't care.
He's just a fucking pile of silly putty with shitty opinions. Except he's too cowardly to have any of those opinions, and since he's so cowardly that he wants to hide his he wants it. Yeah, I mean, like, it is so pathetic.
It just burns itself out. Don't fucking do that. Don't waste your time. I don't know you. You're not my friends.
I should hope not.
You're fucking. You're literal text. You don't exist. You're not real. You're not even human to me. You're literally text.
Like, I mean, this is also, I mean, maybe he's doing a bit here, but at the same time, it's like, that's also kind of a fucked up way to think about it. It's one thing to, like, there is the possibility of, like, having an unhealthy parasocial relationship. Like, I mean, this is also, I mean, maybe he's doing a bit, it's like, that's also kind of to, like, there is health people with, like, major content creators who don't even notice them, and they've got, like, this whole relationship and they feel entitled in all sorts of ways. And I mean, there's some fucked up shit that can happen there, but, like, the idea that because they're saying, like, you're just text, like, no, they are people, actually, just like the people in Gaza that you don't give a shit about. I mean, maybe they're not even text.
I could be playing a game as much as I am having a conversation.
I wish you would, actually. I mean, I say this, like, I'm trying to drag this for filth, but it's like, I think he would be doing less damage, actually, if he were just fucking playing Stardew Valley the whole time.
You're not real to me. And
like, that's fucked up. Like, that's fucked up. I've never heard a, like, content creator say something, because the thing is, the minute, if that is a sincere thought, the minute you decide that the people you are interacting with are not real to you, that essentially gives you license to just not give a fuck about them. In any sense. I mean...
But it is the way it is. And if you don't accept it, you're just going to get fucking railroaded and you're going to lose again. You don't vote here, and you can't conversate with... For looking in from the outside, shut the fuck up. I live in the Middle East, and I think... I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Like...
It doesn't matter what you think. Because you don't fucking live here.
Yeah, but see, that's great until you remember, and Tyler has no excuse not to pretend he doesn't know this, because he, like, literally his fucking backstory is that he was involved in the occupation of Iraq. But the thing is, like, the U.S. does not stay out of other people's business. The U.S. is up everybody's fucking asses. So yeah, everybody gets to have a fucking opinion, because what the U.S. does actually kind of affects everybody else, dog.
You don't vote here, then you can't conversate with people here in a way that'll make them vote differently. And that's all that matters, because they voted one way, and now more of you are dying.
Well, yeah, except the thing is, that was actually literally what was already happening. The reason more people are dying now, it's worth remembering, when this starvation blockade has been almost constantly in force for nearly 2 years now, is that all the reserves have been used up. Like, Gaza has a lot of experience being blockaded and drip-fed, and, like, any society that is at all reasonably organized, that finds itself in that situation, they do the things that you do in that situation, which is to say, you start stockpiling. They did that. You start doing everything you can to be self-sufficient in all the things you can be self-sufficient in. And so they did that. They set up their own industries to the extent that they could. They set up their own agriculture to the extent that they could, despite the fact that they have, like, fuck all space to do anything in. They arranged some commercial smuggling operations to get things that they couldn't otherwise get. Like, there's a famous picture in one of the commercial tunnels that had just opened up of some guys coming back from Rafah in Egypt with a big-ass bucket of KFC because they couldn't get that into Gaza. This is years ago. This is, like, I think 2008 or something like that. They did all that, which means that when they got cut off, definitive, no serious debate about this, and no evidence that anyone was going to do anything fucking differently. The only break on what is being done to the people in Gaza is the Palestinian resistance and Yemen's sanctions. That is it. And whatever, supply chain disruptions people have managed to do in the rest of the world. Like, that is what has actually affected things on the ground.
All right? Or more of you are being ignored. That's called political reality. It's reality. It's a harsh thing. Fucked up. Sucks.
I mean, yeah, it is fucked up. And why are you perpetuating it? Because there's no reason you have to. If you don't like that that's the political reality, that the U.S. can go around fucking up other people's countries, and people in the other countries don't get to have an opinion on the subject of what whether the U.S. gets to do that, then maybe one thing you could do, especially as somebody with something of a platform, is help give a voice to what they're actually saying. Help bring that into the conversation so they are part of the conversation that we have over here, where the decisions are made and where the supply chain for the weapons that are used against them eventually is operating. That, you do that. You can do that. You can do so many. You've got this platform, and as long as you don't do anything that gets you kicked off YouTube, you can use it for all sorts of shit. You don't have to do this bullshit, dude.
But it is the way it is. And if you don't accept it, you're just going to get fucking railroaded and you're going to lose again. Okay? Understand that. Fucking idiots.
Oh, yeah, I mean, why would anyone ever think that they could just not accept the way things are? I mean, it's not like I mean, what have we ever gotten from people who don't accept the way things are, except for, like, the abolition of slavery, the 8-hour day, the legalization of trade unions, women's suffrage, the decolonization of fucking Haiti, although the U.S. keeps on trying to recolonize it, Cuban independence. I'm starting to think that maybe actually refusing to accept the way things are and just take what you're given might actually have certain benefits, and that it might actually suit certain people for people to think that actually there's nothing to be done.
It was politically infeasible. What is the pathway that takes us from the present situation to the dissolution of Israel as a Jewish state? I don't see how this could happen.
Oh, okay, wait a second. She is, in fact, he's reading the statement now, finally.
Genocide because they're worried you want to do one too. Openly in America, that wasn't like a Jewish person talking to other Jewish people. Okay, no one using the word Zionist openly in America. That wasn't like a Jewish person talking to other Jewish people. Statistically speaking, was using it in anything remotely approaching a not racist way.
Oh, okay, so he is, like, literally defending a white supremacist, ethno-nationalist ideology. Neat.
To Americans, because you sound like you're using the racist dog whistle ZOG, Zion-operated government.
That's not what it stands for, actually. If you're going to point out what the bullshit Nazi concept, at least get it right. They call it the Zionist occupied government. It's bullshit, but at the very least get it right. Get the bullshit right.
I can say that because I'm a psycho, not because I'm a fucking morally correct person.
I mean, it's like what's fucked up about this is he will say this, and I think he actually, on a certain level, means this, but it's fucked up. Like, okay, is this supposed to be a bit? Is he playing a character for us here? Are we supposed to, as the audience, be looking at this and saying, oh wow, he's doing an amazing job of imitating the most fucked up human being to ever live? Or are we supposed to be listening to him saying he makes sense? Like, is this meta?
A correct opinion. Well, there. Do I pose it? Yes. Do I feel angry about it?
Oh, okay. Finally, we got to this actual statement. 40 minutes in.
God, correction her phone like that. Will they be happy if I get in the bath and pour milk on a mannequin? Many leftists feel betrayed because I haven't made a video on Palestine.
I don't think any... I mean, first of all, I still don't think any leftist felt betrayed about that. I mean, maybe some people in her audience felt betrayed about that. But I don't remember hearing leftists saying, holy shit, we gotta find out what ContraPoints' his take is.
They actually want a ContraPoints video about Palestine? Like, getting the branding there. Pretty big. Well...
Yeah, that's so base that she's getting the branding in there.
She put it ContraPoints, like, capitalized together. Okay. It probably auto-corrects on her phone like that. Will they be happy if I get in the bath and pour milk on a mannequin of Benjamin Netanyahu? No. I've posted about Gaza occasionally and have quietly given money to Palestinian aid organizations. But
and I don't understand, quietly, why quietly? You have a platform. Give it loudly. Because that encourages other people to do it too.
I think what leftists really want is for me to join their chorus of anger. That's true.
Oh, yeah, it is true. Because actually, that matters. It actually matters because there is this massive attempt to normalize this genocide by the same propaganda outlets that have also been trying to lie about this genocide and justify this genocide. So yeah, like having people with large audiences saying, no, this is fucked up and it needs to stop and this is what is going on and here are some things people are doing against it that look promising and stuff like that. That matters, actually.
They sense some hesitation on my part and are judging me very harshly on my presumed opinions. That is also a thing that everybody in that little sector does. I'd rather be judged.
Like, nobody, the sector he's talking about, I mean, the one name he's mentioned is, like, the Tabernacle, and I believe he mentioned, like, Bad Empanada, sort of, obliquely. But none of these people, none of them were saying, Jesus, when are we going to hear counterpoints' take on this? Nobody was saying that.
Just my actual opinions, so here they are. Is Israel committing genocide in Gaza? Yes. Do I oppose it? Yes. Do I feel angry about it? Yes. I also feel a lot of other things. Okay.
Like, if this was all she had said, it would, I mean, she could have just ended the statement. Because all the rest of it is just making it about herself.
Well, there you go. That is sufficiently a correct opinion. Everything else is nuance, so we're going to get mad at nuance.
No, it isn't nuance.
I feel a lot of other things. Doom. The week after October 7th, it was clear the mood among Israeli leaders and civilians was overwhelmingly kill or be killed, existential panic, and unstoppable lust for revenge. It reminded me of the U.S. after 9/11. There was no reasoning or protesting them out of it, nor was it politically feasible for the U.S. to withdraw aid to Israel on a time frame that would make a difference.
Well, yeah, but the point, see, and the more you listen to this, the more things are fucked up about this, because the thing is, actually, a big part of building a movement is that you change what is politically feasible. You make something that is politically distasteful to the ruling class into something that they will have to make a concession on because it's better than what awaits them if they don't. And the weakness of our movements has been, like, around this genocide has been largely that it has not really offered much of an or what. There has not been much of an or else attached to it.
Disagree. I think they should just pull it immediately. I don't give a fuck what happens to the people in Israel. But that's like...
I mean, like, literally they could do it. And, I mean, we should... like, there is nothing that would actually stop them doing it if they decided to do it. They literally could do it, and we don't need to be making excuses for them not to.
That's a hard sell. You have to have a callous disregard for life to say that. I can say that because I'm a psycho, not because I'm a fucking morally correct person. It would have required replacing most of Congress and overturning decades of bipartisan strategy and diplomacy. That is true.
No, it isn't. That is not how... like, this is literally not how fucking social movements work. The point of social movement, it's not that you replace people, you know, you replace politicians. It is that you create enough of a force that politicians who don't want to do the things that you need them to do feel compelled to do it. That's why fucking Nixon created the EPA. Like, that is why Nixon was the last U.S. president whose administration spent more money on social welfare than war. Not because he wanted to. He absolutely did not. But he had a fucking rebellion on his hands, low-key. And so he went and had to do some things to try to appease people. Like, that is how that works. I mean, and there are plenty of examples. History is full of examples of that. And if you don't understand that, you do not understand the first thing about organizing and social movements and stuff like that. And then maybe it does feel really unfair that you're, like, expecting people with just a mere couple of million people in their audience to speak up about something like that, because you've decided that if powerful people have decided they want to do it, that there's nothing to be done about it. But that's just not true. There are things to be done, because their power comes from someplace, and their power depends, crucially, on people being willing to do what they say and continue to go to work and all that sort of stuff.
Even in the best case
I
scenario,
mean, this is just, I mean, to me, this is just like promoting despair and apathy. And that was my problem as well with the fucking ContraPoint statement, because she also acts like, oh, well, you know, if the ruling class wants to do something, then we can't, you know, what are we going to do? Try to stop them or something? And it's like, yes, that's exactly the idea. You put as much pressure as you possibly can on them until they decide that the better option is not doing the thing.
It would have taken years, so there was a sense of futility, but worse, too, misery. The leftist pro-Palestinian movement quickly decided their primary goal was not merely opposition to the genocide, but opposition to Zionism in general. That is,
And again, this is just nonsense and suggests that she has paid absolutely no attention to any kind of Palestinian solidarity organizing, because the decision, the conclusion that Zionism as an ideology was irredeemable, that happened years ago. That wasn't a quick decision. That was a decision that had already been made. That debate happened like a decade ago.
Opposition to the existence of Israel as a Jewish state. Okay. Well, that's based, and here they...
What is based? Wait, huh?
In general, that is opposition to the existence of Israel as a Jewish state. Okay, well, that's based,
is he saying that it's based to oppose the idea of Israel as an ethno-state? Which would be, like, the first decent thing out of his mouth, or what?
And here they decided to draw the line separating decent people from genocidal fascists, which had the following consequences. One, it struck the coalition. Zionist is a very broad category. Most Jews are Zionists. Anyone who...
this is such a bullshit talking point because most Zionists aren't Jews. This is just a way of making it about Jews, when, in fact, it is not. It is not primarily. It is about U.S. imperialism, and Zionism... The reason Zionism is such a dominant movement is precisely because it is useful to U.S. imperialism. Back when, U.S. imperialist foreign policy planners did not think that Zionism was particularly useful, it was a marginal movement. Not totally marginal, it was more than just marginal, but it wasn't this influential.
Supports a two-state solution is a Zionist. This is a weird talking point. I forget even how to fucking respond to it. It's always just like, don't conflate the two, but also everybody wants to conflate the two. This is one of the biggest confusions with this whole thing, right? I think that you should avoid using the word Zionist if you're talking to any normie.
Then how are we going to talk about the Zionist movement and the Zionist ideology, though?
Because they're just gonna think that you sound like a fucking white supremacist. Okay, if you're not an American, understand you're still talking to Americans, so foreigner, shut the fuck up and listen when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, no, shut the fuck up. Because the thing is, at this point, what is he... This is the other wild thing about this. Because both he and ContraPoints are talking about this as if we hadn't seen a massive sea change in public opinion in the U.S., of all places, on this subject. For the first time... The overwhelming majority public opinion is negative about Israel, and particularly amongst people who support the Democrats. Overwhelming, there is quite overwhelming. In the rest of the world, Israel has a shitty, there's basically, Israel does not have an approval rating, a positive approval rating anywhere. That is not something that anyone, was expecting. Even, the most optimistic people did not expect that kind of a sea change of public opinion. That's a huge fucking shift, and they're talking about it like that didn't happen.
Don't use Zionist to Americans, because you sound like you're using the racist dog whistle ZOG, Zion-operated government. Zionist in America means Jew, as said by a white supremacist.
No. Shut the fuck up. Zion, yeah. There are white supremacists, and it's not just in the U.S. If you're going to try to use this excuse to not talk about the Zionist movement and Zionist ideology, then at the very least acknowledge that actually the same thing is true worldwide. Actually, you go to South America, you go to Argentina, you got Planandina, Latin America's first and only, as far as I know, homegrown anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Nazis are doing that in lots of places, actually. But that doesn't change the fact that there is a Zionist movement, there is a Zionist ideology, and it is a genocidal, racist pile of shit.
Okay, every time. You actually have to search. That's one of the reasons, yeah, y'all did fuck that up by saying Zionist. Well, I didn't think, but no one cares.
A lot of people seem to have cared, though.
If you look at American history, that fucking ZOG...
what major...
people get, that tattooed on them with a lot of other symbols in prisons and shit. It goes back many, many years.
Yeah, that's not the... Nazis talk about all sorts of things. That doesn't mean what... if we're not going to talk about any... anything that actually does exist that Nazis also talk about meaning something completely different, then we're gonna have that's just letting Nazis decide what we get to talk about. Does that sound wise to you, Tyler? Maybe you don't give a shit.
It is a center point, heartstone of white supremacist ideology in America. Cornerstone. If you're a foreigner and you don't respect that, shut the fuck up. You don't live in my fucking country, and this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you shut the fuck up, actually, because the U.S. is occupying everybody else's fucking country. And maybe, like, the people who have been colonized by Zionism get to talk about Zionism a little bit. You know, as a treat.
Talk about whatever the fuck is going on in your country. I live in Palestine. Oh, okay, we'll talk about that.
Well, often enough, it's the U.S. is going on in people's countries. That's kind of the problem.
But don't fucking talk about it where Americans can fucking hear you.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, wait. We have to, like, censor the discussion? Like, she's literally talking about an audience of people in the U.S. who are criticizing her, who are critical of the Zionist ideology. Like, this is literally a discussion that is happening in the U.S. amongst people in the U.S. Like, this is not... Like, seriously, what the fuck is this?
And they're not ready for the fucking context because you just sound like a fucking racist. Every fucking time.
Yeah, like, seriously, anyone who is inclined to listen to this jabroni, don't listen to this jabroni. He does not know what the fuck he's talking about.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Now, if you're ready to just, like, accept that because you're going to have an ongoing...
Then how the hell are you going to talk about the fucking state ideology of the Zionist regime?
Dialogue with somebody, that's different, but understand, that's where that comes from, okay?
No, it isn't.
No one using the word Zionist openly in America that wasn't like a Jewish person talking to other Jewish people.
Shut up, because, like, the biggest Zionist organization in the U.S., which has more members than there are Jews in the world, is Christians United for Israel. They use the word Zionism a whole fucking lot, actually. I mean, what about the World Zionist Organization?
Statistically speaking, was using it in anything remotely approaching a not racist way for many, many decades.
Like, what he's saying is nonsense.
Been intentional on the part of certain untoward actors, okay? But, like, that is a real concern. It's a very fucking real concern. All right?
Oh, Westside Tyler is coming up with the, like, he's decided that he has to come to ContraPoints' defense by having an even shittier opinion than the one that she had.
And it's one of the hardest parts of fucking separating all this shit, because it is a very tight rope to walk.
No, not as tight as you think. Like, maybe, there are people who actually know about this shit and have been in this movement that you seem completely oblivious to for a very long time and have been having these conversations for a very long time. Maybe if you don't know anything about it, and I have to say, Tyler, you very clearly do not know anything about it, maybe have some of them on there and they can talk about it.
Even Netanyahu and the fucking Hasbro people know that, and they intentionally set a lot of you idiots up for failure, and you fuck up. Because you listen to, and I really can't hammer this home enough, foreign fucking honkies like Tabernacle and fucking Bad Empanada who don't know how to talk to Americans.
Oh, shut up. Like, seriously.
And you just get excited because they say shit that's gonna, like, let you make...
I mean, I love the idea that we're supposed to just sort of, like, coddle people in the U.S. as if people haven't been having these discussions in the U.S. for a very long time. This idea that the U.S. should, like, not only that the U.S. is a bubble, which it is to a certain extent. The U.S. is certainly a propaganda bubble. To a very great extent. It is amazing how completely people in the U.S. have been shielded from what most people in the world think of the U.S. But, on the other hand, he takes it a step further and says the bubble should be maintained. People in the U.S. should be maintained in their ignorance.
Your dad mad or whatever the fuck, and then you carry that outside and you sound like a fucking white supremacist, like a Nazi.
I mean, actually, I have to say the guy who keeps on coming off like a fucking white supremacist Nazi in this conversation is Tyler.
A neo-Nazi, like skinhead. and it fucks you up visibly in ways that actually will make you look so racist, people will temporarily forget about a fucking genocide because they're worried you want to do one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, there are people in his chat giving pushback. Somebody says, no, don't conflate Jews and Zionism. That's what Israel wants. It's a deliberate illusion around the definition of Zionism. It's an ideology with a specific definition, ethno-nationalism for a specific community. Yes, all of that. Like, I mean, his chat has people in it. Like, I don't know what. I mean, like, why are people in his chat? Why are there people in his chat who know things? Like, do you just fucking hate yourself? That you know things and you're gonna subject yourself to this guy? I mean, this is like fucking. This is punishment for people who know things. I mean, there are places you could go where you could have conversations about this stuff, serious conversations, and not be punished for actually knowing this shit. Like, what? Why are you in his fucking chat?
Too. So just understand it. You can't fucking fight me on that.
Yeah, yes, we can, and we have, and you already lost the discussion.
Because I live here.
Nobody gives a shit.
I don't care what you have to say. Well, I'm from Sweden, and I don't fucking give a shit. Shut the fuck up.
God, I mean, it's really, I have to say, Iraqi resistance, why did you give this guy a pass?
From the UK, and we just think they're looking in from the outside. Shut the fuck up. I live in the Middle East, and I think I don't care.
Well, I mean, he's just a cunt. I mean, he's like, I mean, if he were doing it's like, there are times when this is so fucking over the top, the ugly American, that it's like he's trying to do a bit. Except he actually also seems sincere. Like, I mean, it's like he's doing sort of, you remember that Dennis Leary song from a long time ago, I'm an Asshole? Yeah, I mean, it's like he's doing a live action fucking, he decided to make it into a stream inspired by the song with lyrics by.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. Because you don't fucking live here, you don't vote here, and you can't conversate with people here.
I mean, actually, it turns out there is a way to conversate with people in other countries. Yeah, it's called the internet. I wonder if you've heard of it, Tyler. I mean, we've been conversating with people in other countries for a very long time now using this internet. I want, the thing that you're on right now. So maybe don't try to treat the U.S. like it's like some sort of fucking bubble.
In a way that'll make them vote differently. And that's all that matters. Because they've...
No, it isn't all that matters.
Voted one way.
That doesn't even particularly matter that much, to be honest.
Okay? And now more of you are dying. All right? Okay? Or more of you are being ignored. That's called political reality.
Yeah, like, I mean, that is not the political reality. I mean, it's like... It is actually kind of taxing to deal with the level of ignorance that he has on display. And, I mean, like, seriously, I just have to say to anyone who actually watches this jabroni, it's like, he so clearly does not give a shit about any of this, that, I mean, that should be a red flag. Like, the bad kind of red flag. A red flag with a zero communism red flag. That you should not be taking anything that this guy says to heart. Because very clearly, he does not give a shit. He does not give a shit about any of this. There's, like, you just look at his affect. There is no sign that any of this is all just leaving him cold. This is a slightly different version of that than fucking Steve the Sex Pestiny. But it's the same thing. He does not give a shit. He is not intervening in sort of leftist or left-leaning online discussions because he supports them and wants them to be successful. He's doing it because he has found a niche online community that he can sort of plant himself in and fuck around with. Like, seriously, don't listen to anything this motherfucker says, except for the bit where he calls himself, like, a psychopath or whatever. I mean, I think when somebody says that after explaining how little of a fuck they give about a genocide that they bear some responsibility for, I feel like maybe they are kind of telling on themselves a little bit. But anyway, it is time to wrap up. Thank you to everyone who joined in. It's good to see you all. I hope you enjoyed the stream, painful as this motherfucker is to watch. And I will be back at 11:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time tomorrow night for more of this. I haven't decided which part of this it's going to be, but there will be more. And if you have ideas, come down to the Discord and drop them in the suggestions channel. And if you're not in the Discord, I'm going to show you how to get there. You can get to that Discord using this link and drop suggestions in the suggestions channel you will find in there. Have a good night. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh shit, that was the wrong link, sorry. Hang on. There's the Discord link. Yeah, he really is. Minus the occasionally halfway decent opinions that Vosh has every very once in a while had on certain very specific things.